The film begins at headquarters, a Brooklyn strip club, where Anora, known as Ani, is one of the most popular dancers. Her best friend is Lulu, but she has an ongoing rivalry with Diamond. Ani's sleazy boss, Jimmy, often assigns her to entertain Russian-speaking clients because she knows some Russian. Ani shares an apartment with a roommate and dreams of a better life. One night at work, Ani is summoned to meet Ivan Vanya Zakharov. His English is limited, and her Russian isn't perfect. She's self-conscious about her accent, but they hit it off. Vanya quickly takes a liking to Ani and invites her to his home, where he reveals he is the son of a wealthy oligarch, Nikolai Zakharov. Intrigued, Ani grows more interested. Vanya, however, spends most of his time lounging at home, playing video games. As their relationship develops, Ani and Vanya grow closer. Ani even brings Lulu to his extravagant parties and meets his friends, Crystal and Tom. Although Ani finds Vanya endearing, his behavior toward hotel staff, mocking them for laughs, reveals his immaturity. After an intimate night together, Vanya proposes an arrangement. He offers Ani $15,000 to spend the week as his girlfriend. Ani insists she's not an escort, but reluctantly agrees to the deal. During the week, filled with partying and intimacy, Ani starts to genuinely care for Vanya. He confides in her that his parents expect him to begin working at their company to prepare for taking over. In defiance of their expectations, Vanya impulsively proposes to Ani. After some deliberation, she accepts, and the couple heads to Las Vegas to tie the knot. Word of their marriage quickly spreads to Russia, reaching Vanya's parents. Nikolai sends his enforcer and his godfather, Toros, to investigate. They are furious to discover the marriage is legitimate, complete with a marriage license. Meanwhile, Vanya plans to use the marriage to secure a green card. Ani, in turn, decides to leave headquarters, bidding farewell to her friends and even Diamond. Galina, Vanya's mother, orders Toros to have the marriage annulled as she and Nikolai prepare to travel to America. Toros dispatches his henchmen, Garnik and Igor, to track down Ani and Vanya at Vanya's mansion. Upon their arrival, Vanya is annoyed but unbothered until they accuse him of disgracing the family by marrying a prostitute. Ani, enraged, defends herself. Vanya storms out in a tantrum while Garnik and Igor attempt to restrain Ani. She fights back, biting Igor on the neck and kicking Garnik so hard he crashes through a glass table. Toros intervenes, and Ani is subdued and tied up to prevent further resistance. Despite Ani's insistence that she and Vanya are genuinely in love, Toros dismisses her claims and demands the marriage annulment. He forcefully takes her wedding ring, offering financial compensation in exchange for her agreement. The men take Ani along as they search for Vanya, their journey starting at the candy shop where Crystal and Tom work, a place where Ani and Vanya had once spent time. Crystal and Tom, however, refuse to divulge any information. Frustrated, Igor loses his temper and smashes the glass displays, leaving the shop in chaos. The group then scours various clubs, piecing together Vanya's trail. They learn that Vanya had been repeatedly thrown out for being too drunk or causing scenes. During their chaotic search, Toros narrowly avoids having his car towed, pulling off a daring escape and unhooking the car from the tow truck. Adding to their misadventures, Garnik vomits in the car, prompting a chorus of complaints about the lingering stench. During a meal break, Ani receives a text from Lulu revealing that Vanya is back at headquarters, enjoying a lap dance from Diamond. Annie and the men rush to the club, where Ani immediately gets into a heated argument with Diamond, much to the amusement of the other dancers. Despite the scene, they manage to drag Vanya out of the club. He's too drunk to explain his actions and promptly passes out. The following morning, the group takes Ani and Vanya to a Manhattan courthouse to meet with their lawyer. Annie drops a bombshell. Because the marriage happened in Las Vegas, the annulment can't be processed in New York. Enter Vanya's parents, Nikolai and Galina, who have just arrived in America. They insist on flying everyone to Vegas to resolve the matter. When Ani introduces herself to Vanya's parents, Galina greets her with cold disdain. On board the family's private plane, Ani pleads with Vanya to speak with his parents, but he dismissively declares their marriage was doomed from the start. Ani initially refuses to board, threatening legal action, but Galina ominously warns her that defiance would ruin Ani's life. During the tense flight, Vanya's parents berate him, with Galina even agreeing with Ani's cutting remark that he is fucking pathetic. In Vegas, the group meets with a divorce attorney. Ani unleashes her frustration on Vanya for his treatment of her, but ultimately signs the annulment papers. Igor, in an attempt to mediate, suggests Vanya apologize, but Galina cuts him off, dismissing Ani as a dirty hooker. Ani fires back, accusing Vanya of marrying someone like her just to spite his overbearing mother. Nikolai bursts into laughter, especially as Ani theatrically returns Galina's scarf and coat, gifts from Vanya, before storming out. Igor escorts Ani back to New York, and the two share an uneasy evening in a hotel. Over cigarettes, Igor awkwardly tries to connect, mentioning that he prefers her full name, Anora, over the nickname Ani. She dismisses the comment, uninterested. Ani then accuses Igor of having planned to assault her during their earlier confrontation at Vanya's mansion. Igor denies the claim, insisting that he isn't that kind of man. The next morning, Igor drives Ani to her apartment. Before she leaves, he hands her the wedding ring that Toros had taken. Overwhelmed with conflicted emotions, Ani suddenly mounts Igor in the car, initiating a moment of intimacy. When he tries to kiss her, she rejects the gesture. Moments later, Ani breaks down in tears, and Igor quietly holds her, offering comfort. If you were Ani, how would you handle Vanya's parents and the messy annulment process? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates. See you next time.